everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We will be hearing Vincentius Primus in the background a little tiny bit.
I can make sound now?
Yes, you can. During his coffee. Ding, ding, ding. It is time for Minecraft with the Minecolonies mod and the trade post for Minecolonies mod that mods Minecolonies. So we have a mod modding a mod modding Minecraft. And we're having fun. Of course, we have a ton of other mods, including Journey Map, which for some reason is not working. I updated it and it's not on the screen. So something's going on with Journey Map. They know about it. This is the third time they've updated it in the last couple of days. So they're doing something specific. And we'll be without a map today, which is okay because we're going to just be doing stuff in town. We're going to, I don't know whether you'd call it recover. I don't think it would be recovery. I think it's that the getting of new young arrivals has changed the town in some respects. And so we're going to look at some of the things that have happened because of that. And I'm going to change my view now. Let's see what time of day it is. It is 10 o'clock, almost 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm driving Harper crazy. That's Harper up there. She doesn't have any trees. She's actually looking for the logs to come down the river for the making of the new university building. We're going to have a new university building right over here, and this building is going to be made out of imported log. It's going to be made out of acacia, and so she's gotten some of the acacia in, and she's waiting for another shipment of acacia to come in. You can see some sitting here, and so that's what she's doing up on the hill. In the meantime, there's Kingston, her son, who is taking some time off, and he's going probably into town. Let's follow him. So Kingston is the young arrival that she, Harper, and Gregory raised, and because they raised Kingston, they were living in the university district area, and because they were living in the university district area, she saw that there was going to be a new tree farmer involved. A new tree farmer. Wow, he's going to the books. Good gracious, he's going to the town hall to check something out. And now where's he going? He went to the town hall to check something out, and now he's just out in the, just looking for something. I wonder what he was looking for. Maybe his dad. His dad is Gregory, and he's one of the ones who was fostered because he does not have any parents. Here, it's possible that his parents are forever lost, that we got the first 4 arrivals, and he's one of the first 4, was an orphan ship. And those are ships where towns that are at war try to save their kids from the invaders by putting them on a ship and sending them out, sneaking them out to sea. And mermaids help with that. Mermaids rescue the kids and take them to towns that the mermaids have ambassadors at. And at those towns, is she still working on this? Let's see if McKenna is still working on the school. And she is. And that way, the kids are given a new life, peaceful life. They won't suffer the trauma of losing family or disruption of war again, because they come to towns that Ta'ana, the nation of mermaids, oversees. And so there's Maximiliano, Maximiliano, who is one of the more recent kids. And Maximiliano, let me look at our list for a second. And because we got two sets of kids, one set on our last YouTube stream, and you can see that set of kids arrive, and then the other set on the Twitch stream yesterday. And yesterday was Mother's Day in the United States. It was May 10th, 2026. And if you're watching anywhere close to that date, you'll be able to see the second set of kids arrive. We have builders who are working, and I was going to get the people because I wanted to see. Maximiliano is actually Boone's child. In our second set of kids, two of the people who live here got their own kids, and one of them was Boone, who is the sifter. He works at the sifter plant for the town. And then Jessica Archer, she got a son. She got Cohen Archer. It's interesting with Jessica because Jessica and Malachi raised, and let's find from the first group, just a second. From the first group, they raised Alec, and then they loved being together so much that Mr. Villager, hello, Jessica and Malachi loved being together so much that they had their own child out of this time period, and it changed their lives because Jessica's an archer, and she was working in the mine with Riley, and Riley was in the mine, but now Riley and Jessica both have families, and so Jessica has decided to join Malachi in training new archers. And Hattie and you gotta go talking a bit? Okay. All right. Yeah. And Hattie and Harrison, who were the gatehouse, who were training to be the gatehouse druids, the archers that were in the gatehouse, Hattie and Harrison raised a kid, and Raylan, and Raylan is leaning towards archery enough that she studied archery when she was at university, and she's joined the woman who became her mother, Hattie, at the gatehouse, and Harrison has gone into the mine with, and they're both here. Harrison has gone into the mine with Riley. So Riley now has Harrison in the mine. And so that's one of the changes that happened in the city. We also had Jack and McKenna. Jack and McKenna raised a kid, and that kid, Cade, became the concrete mixer, and so he's living with his parents. So there's McKenna and Jack here, and he's living with his parents, and he has the room downstairs right here, and they are a very happy family. And and we needed a concrete mixer, and so it was wonderful that one of the kids became the concrete mixer. Now Tatiana was teaching while Carter raised his kid. Carter raised a kid that he and Maisie were fostering, and when that kid grew up, then Tatiana came back to the main library. This is a library in the town hall, and this library is now where Violetta is doing research with Miriam, because it's possible that Violetta is going to go out to the outpost. She's going to be at the outpost with Miriam, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's raining, so I'm going to go down and go to sleep. Mr. Villager was here, but he had to leave, and he'll come back in a little bit. Okay, so we're sleeping, and let's wake up and let's just look at one thing while it's still raining this morning, that Josiah is working on the kitchen. Both Josiah and Wade are working on chef's kitchens in two different areas, in the farm country and in the university area. So we're going to have 3 dining halls for this town, and so we're working towards having those. We don't have chefs or sommeliers, or the other one that we need is dining hall runners. We don't have those yet, and hopefully some of the people who are in school at university now might be interested in that. McKenna's working on the school. She's going to bring the school up to a level 4. She's a level 4. And Cash is working on the guard tower, and he's going to bring it up to a level 3. We still have a couple places. I believe the guard tower might be the last, and those dining halls are the last level 3s, last level 2s that need to be brought up to level 3. And when they are, we will begin bringing the housing up, all the housing up to level 3. Let me see what's wrong. But today is a day in the life. What I'm going to start with is, now here's something that I noticed. I just saw someone who's sick. And I started to mention this on Twitch, and I didn't get a chance. Because of Trade Post, I believe that we have to have new research to help people not be sick. It used to be that masks were enough, but with Trade Post, I think masks are not enough. And I've had someone be sick, actually sick. And hold on a second. Do you see how Nellie is dressed? Hattie is dressed like a knight. Nope. Let's interrupt ourselves for a minute. This is the second time I've gotten interrupted when I tried to talk about the sickness, people being sick. And that's why both Hattie and Nellie are not where they're supposed to be. And so let's come back down here. Goodness gracious sakes alive. So let's come here and let's straighten this out. No, Raylan, you're not a knight. And so let's manage the workers, and let's have both of them go away, and let's come to archery, and let's hire them both back in. I am so sorry about that. You are not knights. And let's look at the inventory, and let's look. You can't have a weapon, and we'll have to recall Hattie here also. Recall. And let's make sure that she doesn't have a weapon.
So what will it be for you?
Which of course she does. So how did they get turned into knights? Oh, they had bows because they were at, that's what happened. They had bows because they were at the sports center studying at the university. And so that's why they had bows. And as a matter of fact, they need new ones. And we have arranged for new bows to be delivered to them. Now, whether they have or not, and they have. So when their bows need repairing, which they will in a little bit, they will have new bows that they can get. I don't know why they are running around. Maybe they were just going to get food, and they should watch the track. So we'll leave them. Yes, we do have a guard tower here that we needed to expand, and this guard tower is only a 1, so I probably will have Wade, when he's done, bring that tower up. But as you can see, Wade is waiting for something he's not getting, and this is what we're going to do today.
Great to see you.
He needs gray carpet, light gray carpet. So I think that Santino has not dyed wool gray yet, and so we'll go and look and see if that's the case. And if it is the case that he has, maybe he hasn't made any light gray carpet yet. So we'll have to give him the recipe for that. So we're going to head over. I know I have these swords. I think I'm going to give them to, we'll see how much they're worth. I think I'm just going to give them to the shop and let the shops sell them, even though they don't bring a lot of money. I'll just let them sell them temporarily. Let's come to Marissa and let's make sure that Marissa knows how to make. Let's come here and let's do carpet. And let's do light gray carpet right here. And there we go. So let's look and see if Marissa already knew how to make that. There's red, orange, and yellow carpet. There's green, cyan, and lime. No, she did not. So she has room, so we're going to teach her all 3 carpets. So light gray, gray carpet right here, and black carpet. Uh-oh. Wait, that's not working right. Hold on. And black carpet. Black carpet. There we go. And let's check the recipes for just a minute. Ah! And there she goes. She just made the carpet that's needed. And let's look down here and see. Sure enough, she did not have the recipe, and that's what was holding that up. Let's come to the cutter and make sure that she has all the recipes that she needs, so she can make the yellow, the wool. There it is. She can make the wool stairs that are being used for chairs in the warehouse. Vienna came to pick it up, to pick up the new pieces that are needed. And let's see, let's take before we leave, let's look at this. I'm going to put it here. Oh, wow, something's going on. He's doing some dyeing work. And this is Santino, who's next door, and he does dyeing. Now, Marissa and Santino are actually living here. I don't remember whether anyone else is living with them. No, they're living by themselves. So the next time we have children, they might be up for that, and we'll see. They might volunteer. It depends. Marissa was living with Sutton. Sutton moved out and moved in with Violet when Santino moved in with Sutton and Marissa. So maybe he didn't want an extra person. She's asking for a wooden axe. Let me look at her for a second. Why is she asking for a wooden axe? Let's come down here and see. Because she's a level 3. And she has iron axes, but she's asking for wood. And I don't know why. Why are you asking for a wooden axe? Let's cancel this. And let's see what happens. Let's see if she will ask for the iron axe. She is harvesting. She's just not using the iron axes yet. Now, she might not be able to, but that seems very strange. She's been here for a while, and she should be able. Okay, but she still has a wooden axe in her hand, And that's curious if the length of time that she needs to become I'm taking these off of here. I know they're going to actually update this in a little bit, but not yet. So we're going to remove those. I'm going to hang one from here. And I think we can hang one from here. And that'll solve that. Okay. Yes. So let me see if she's still asking. No, she's not asking now for one. So we'll see what happens. It's like, why is she asking for wood? She's at an iron level. So she's going to go to bed and we'll check and see what's going on there. Now we did change this so that people could walk through here more easily. And the farmer's fine with going through the gate and then going up to his fields. And so he's good. And we were trying to see if there was something else that Marissa needed to make. Green brick extra. Let me look and see for a second what it takes to make green brick extra. So we need green brick extra. And there it is, green brick extra. Takes green dye. And we know that Santino can do green dye. So it's just a matter of, but he has to make the brick extra. He has to dye the brick. So let's come here and teach him that recipe because he does not have it. The only ones that he knows how to do right now is black, and I think that's the only color that of extra that he is dyeing. So let's teach the recipe green brick extra, and we'll teach that so that Brooke or Marcos can make the housing pieces that are needed. And let's look. So that's green brick extra. Spruce. We don't have any berries, so that's why it's asking for the berry yogurt. We haven't gotten any yet, so we'll have to see what we want to do about that. And I should be looking at the other list. This list. There we go. Gray stained glass. So that is something he has not learned yet. And that is glass pane, I think. But let's come here and look at his glass. So far he's done yellow, he's done red and blue and white. That's light gray, but not gray. So teach the recipe for glass. And teach gray stained. There it is, gray stained glass. So we'll teach that. We know that he knows how to make gray. And let's quickly look again and see if there's any other color glass. Now the glass pane Liberty can make, since he now can dye the glass. And that's all that we have to worry about at this particular moment. So let's take a lantern and walk through the tree farm over to Liberty, and let's give her the recipe for making glass right here. And smelting, she's fine. And she needs to be able to make pane, gray stained pane. And there's black, and this is gray. Teach this. Which is easier? Hold on. Let's look at that again. Gray stain. Is it better? No, it doesn't matter because we get 16 if we use 4 gray stained glass. So let's just do that. And that'll be fine. Okay. So there's one of the things. It's nighttime. a fairly large moon. Let's go over to the other workers before we go to bed, and I'd like to give these swords to the market, to the shopkeepers, and have them get rid of them. Or we could, and that would be the best thing to do, let's recycle them. Let's sort the warehouse, and let's see how many weapons we have. SWOR. We don't have any. Let's look at swords. That's all. Swords would be the only ones that I'd want to get rid of. So I don't want them to go to, I'm not going to encourage the use of them by selling them to visitors. We're going to recycle them. And so I'm going to bring them over to here and put them in here to be recycled. So in the morning, Sean will recycle those pieces. Now the materials that we've gotten from things that we've recycled are sitting all here. So we couldn't recycle the oak door, apparently. Can we request for these things to be request a pickup? Let's see if from here we can request a pickup. Request a pickup. There we go. Okay, good. So they'll pick up the things that have been reduced here. So I think with the door, if we'd wanted to, we could recycle the door in order to get that. But let's keep it because they're still building. So we'll keep that door for them. All right, so let's go over to Marcos right quick and see what comes up for him on our way to the shop, on our way to sleep, since we're not going to the shop. And let's look at the cutter for a second, and sure enough. So it's showing that Marcos can make the framed oak. So we're going to teach that. And definitely for Josiah, he can make the plank. We'll teach that. And the fancy spruce plank, we'll teach those. And the green brick extra, which has spruce plank, Marcos is going to make all of those. So he's going to do those. We were supposed to have the new, who's the new guy? We have a new carpenter, and we're supposed to give him some work. And he was supposed to do the new ones, and I forgot about that. So we'll get him to do new recipes next time, because I forgot to give him those recipes. I just remembered now. And who am I talking about? Kingston. Kingston is the one who's supposed to be doing those now. So let's go to sleep. So it is morning. We can check the shops and see if they're selling anything. And we'll look at that. Now, if Eli has stopped selling, if he is no longer selling potato soup, if he doesn't have any more to sell, which he does not, we are going to turn potato soup off. We were only letting him sell it because we had it left over, and he doesn't have any left. So let's turn off potato soup, and he's saying okay. He was selling onions because of that, and he sold them. And potato soup, oh, but potato soup is $274. But I'm going to turn it off. I don't want them to make more potato soup for him to sell. I was trying to get rid of the potato soup, and that worked very well. And then over here, what were you selling? You were selling flowers, and that's okay. We made some money. You were selling flowers, corn flowers, and they're 113. And so that's fine that we have that. Puffers are still not on the list, and so we can't sell them anymore for a time being. And there we go. Wade completed the chef's kitchen. He got the materials that he needed, and he has finished working on the chef's kitchen. Now, if he is done, I think he's going to start working on the dining hall next. We wanted the kitchen done first and the dining hall second. And so he should begin the dining hall here. This is the dining hall in, ooh, but look at this. What level is this? It's a level 3, yay. So that means the dining hall, the kitchen is a level 3 too. Yes, it is, excellent. So we're going to get Wade. This is Wade standing here doing nothing. We're going to get him to do that one thing that we said we were going to get him to do, and that is work on the guard tower in the rail tunnel. There's a guard tower in the rail tunnel, and we'll have him work on that. Wade is waiting to work on the gatehouse, but work is still being done by the architects on the gatehouse that we want to make. If it takes too long, we might reevaluate and maybe use the hill gatehouse, but I would really like to use the classic Greek style of the hill house, of the trade post outpost. Why am I here? Where was I headed for? I was headed for Wade working, let's come through here, Wade working on that guard tower in the rail tunnel. This is the rail tunnel at the end of the market housing. And we'll come here. And we will have Wade bring this up to a level 3. Since it exists and Wade is waiting to do something else, we'll have him go ahead and do that. This is a level 3, it should be, and if it's not, we're going to make it one. It is not. Wait, build options. The builder is Wade. I think we were waiting for something. See the fungus here? We would need fungus. I think we have end rods, and prismarine crystal might be a problem. End rods are going to be a problem, and an ender pearl. Whoa. Whoa, we need some serious stuff here. Hold on for a second. I could put them on a list, Kenya, but I think, let's do ender pearl. We would need to get from the Ender Nation, ender pearl, and then we need end rods, which we would also get from the Ender Nation, or from the end. We could get them from withers, probably. Yes, or blades. Those are blades, right? How are they made? Hold on. Let's look here. Let's come here and let's go to here and look. I want to see what end rods are made out of. Yeah, they're blaze rod and chorus fruit. We can make them, but these are all things from the end. So we can find them in end cities and get them from there, or we could make them. And so that's something to look at. We're going to assign him to make this after he works on the, brings the guard tower up to a level 3. He's not going to have any problem with the guard tower. He's not going to have any problem with the materials he needs for the guard tower, so we'll have him work on that. In the meantime, we will make sure that we get end rods. Giovanni is our mechanic, and he can make blenders, brewing stands, because he made them for Mallory, who is our alchemist. So he can make brewing stands, so we don't have to worry about that. I know, they still need something to sell, and
Is there a problem?
yeah, there is. There is a problem, and I'll have to figure out what we have that they can sell that will be good. But I have Wade working on something now, and that's what I was trying to do. And looking for requests right now. There isn't anything that I can give the new carpenter at this moment, but we will get them to make some new things. Let's look at what Cash is waiting for, to see if Cash is waiting for anything, because he is working on something. And if he's finished, yeah, now he's upgrading the guard tower. And what does he need? He needs the green brick extra. So that's going to be worked on and brought to him. And so that's fine. We know that Brooke can make brick extra because she's already made roofing for other buildings that contain brick extra. So she knows how to do that, and she'll send it over to Santino, and Santino will dye it, and then he'll send it to Marcos, and Marcos will make it into shingle for the roof, and that takes care of him. McKenna is waiting for, let's see what she's waiting for. She's working on the school. And she needs gray brick extra. Oh, green glass, blue glass. Wow. Why are these things not on the list? Does that mean that they know how to make them? Because they are not on the list. Let's go just make sure. I'm a little curious that those aren't on the list for McKenna. That should mean that they have the recipe. So we're going to go and look at the dye shop first. We're going the back way. Let's come through here, through this walkway, and check on all those glass. And the way we're going to have to do it, since it's not showing. Hi, Santino. There's Marissa standing there. And let's come here and let's go to, actually let's come here and let's go to No Builder? Who's the No Builder? Oh, Maisie. We may have to get Maisie back on the list. But let's take McKenna right here. Let's bring her down. And let's look at the things that she wanted. She wants gray stained glass, which we made, green stained and light blue stained. So let's look for green stained glass and light blue stained. That's blue stained and not light blue. And that's like gray, so we need green stained and light blue. Teach recipe, glass. We need green stained glass, right there, that's green, and light blue. Now I'm not putting in all of the colors because he does have a limited amount. And we're halfway there. I'm afraid that he might need to make something and he'll be full, so I don't want to fill him up. Gray brick extra. He has not made gray brick extra. Let's go to recipes for a second. The brick extra that he made was green brick extra, and now he needs to make gray brick extra. Let me come up to the other. That's black brick extra, and so he needs now to make gray brick extra. So let's come to here, crafting, teach recipe, gray, brick, and there it is, gray brick extra, and that's it right there. And so we're good to go with that. So what's happening with these colors? Violet is growing the flowers for white, for light gray, which is azure, and then she's so that he can combine black and white. He is getting black from ink sac still, and we should check. Ooh, we should check the warehouse. Let's walk over and make sure that there are ink sacks in the warehouse. If there are not, we will have to put that on the list along with the ender pearl and the end rods to be imported, which is going to hold up the school a little bit. Let's come here. Let's sort the warehouse. Level 3, you can start sorting the warehouse. And right here, ink. Ah, thank goodness. So we do have some ink, and we are able to do that. Let's pull these flowers. Let's pull the daffodils and the anemones out and sell them. They're not going to make a lot of money, so we're just going to sell them to have something to sell. They might not make any money, so we'll look and see if any of these actually make money. Witch hazel sapling and the silver maple sapling, let's pull those out. Let's pull the pale pumpkins out and see if they'll sell. And the roses, we don't use any of these flowers. Orange daisy, that sounds familiar, but I don't think we used it. So I'm going to take these things over and see if they will use them. Oh, there's our first water, I hope. That seems pretty long, but that might be our first water. And so let's come over before the night is over and give these to Jack. Jack is one of our shopkeepers, and we're going to give him these flowers and see what price he's going to give them. He might say that they're not worth anything, that he can't sell them for anything. And if that turns out to be the case, then we don't have to worry about them anymore. Let's put these here and this, and we'll see what happens. I forgot I still have some coal and a pumpkin on me, a jack-o'-lantern that needs to go back into the warehouse, and I don't have to do that. Why am I carrying these when there's a stash box right here? This is me putting up trees, and so that's why those trees are there. Let's look for a second at what she needed again. So that should take care of the brick extra, but we're going to go over to Brooke and just make sure that she has the recipe for gray brick shingles. And that's why this is a day in the life, because this is just their normal life being changed a little bit by having the new arrivals. We got 8 kids. We had 4 because we can only have 4 kids because we only have level 3 housing, and we didn't want to we only had 4 houses available at that particular point. And let's come here and let's look at the cutter, and there's nothing. So she already knows how to make the gray brick. We probably taught her. Hold on a second. I don't see gray brick here. See all the different things? I don't see gray brick. Oh, because it's not her. That's why. I forgot. Thank you for the reminder. It is Marcos who's working on that. And so, yeah, we don't, we'll just leave it at that for right now. So we're definitely going to have Kingston know how to do the acacia stuff that Juliana and Marcos are not going to work on the acacia that Kingston has studied at university, especially to work on that kind of wood. And let's go to sleep, and then we'll continue. We can check, why don't we do that? Let's check out research at the university and see what's going on. And let's come here. I bet that we need the resort. And we were waiting because Mr. Villager wanted to redo the resort piece, the resort hut block. And that's why we were waiting. Mr. Villager wanted to change it a little bit. So we'll see how long. There's plenty for us to do in the meantime, and we can check on those things. Let's go to sleep, and then we'll change into a Little Mermaid and go up to the university and look at what we can research in the meantime. So let's come here, and we're going to, let's change into a Little Mermaid. That means I have hearts. I'm going to cough. Okay, so we saw just then that Jack does not want to sell any of these things that we just gave him, so we're going to take them out of the and give them to the composter. I think we're going to have to give the flowers to the composter since they've been pulled already, and let the composter compost them. So let's come and collect them first. And pumpkin we'll save for the holiday. The flowers we will save and use them for special things that we want to do. And now he's selling bowls. So he's got a couple bowls that have been specially carved, and he's going to sell them. And what's that? Oh, he did sell the saplings though. Interesting. Hold on for a second. Let me see what the saplings were worth. 313. Whoa, for a witch hazel sapling. And what was the other sapling we gave him? We just gave him witch hazel? Okay. Wow, that's a good price. Excellent. Excellent. How did we get a witch hazel sapling? I think from the Coconino forest. There must have been some witch hazel in there when we were looking at stuff. Let's take these flowers and put them back. Let's have them go back to the warehouse for now. We can check we can check for food for Eli and see if there's any kinds of foods that he would like to from so she's using some surplus, but let's see if we can find some surplus that he can use. Oh my gosh, hold on a second. She's going to use all the milk and all the yogurt. Hold on for a second. Let's come down here and let's quickly put in here for the stew ingredients. I think we should add milk. I don't know whether she's going to use it, but I don't want her to. Let's see what's on the list here. Pottage is on the list. Tomatoes. I don't see any dairy yet. Hold on. Oh, good. Okay, that's fine. We don't want her to use squash. Are we growing any? I thought we were, but we're not growing it yet, are we? I don't think so. Since I just happened to see it here, let's select squash so that she doesn't put that in the food. And there we are. Okay, so those are the things we have so far. And I do have all the meats, right? I have pork, chicken. Let me just check one more time. I have cooked chicken, cooked mutton, raw chicken, raw rabbit, raw steak. Now we do have druids. We do have druids. I believe that the town decided that they were going to import rabbit. They weren't going to use it as often, and they would import what rabbit they needed because there are rabbit hutches at all the other towns, but it might be too expensive to import. We could look at a rabbit hutch. Do we want to do that? Wait, did you see I couldn't get in the air? That means that I was supposed to go to the university. So let's go to the university. And let's look at the research for a second. And I really should do that before I start doing anything, because it takes Earth time in order for them to research, which I love. I'm fine with that. That's one of the things that I like. And so let's come here and let's look at, bless you, Hayden. That's Hayden sneezing. Do you need to go and see Pedro about something? Make sure you're okay. So we are in, hold on, let's X. We're looking at civilian first, and we are up to where we can go. We can't go to level 4. We would need a level 4 library, so we can't go to this area yet. Level 4 and 5. We have a hamlet, and we definitely are not up to 100 people. We still need a cake, and they can't make it. I would have to make the cake in order for them to do it. Night Owl, for them to work an hour extra, I don't want them to. Festival is what we need next, and that needs 9 cakes, and I'm not doing that until, because of the way they've changed it, the circus isn't going to happen until they can make a cake. And here's what happens when I look at cake. Let's come here to the recipe, AKE. And there's a cake recipe right here. And if we go to the baker, it says can be taught extras starting at level 3. I think cake, I don't remember whether a cake was one of them or not. The dairy worker. They're saying that the dairy worker can make the milk for the cake. And the cake batter is definitely, that's cake batter. And notice it's not showing a recipe for it. But it's also not showing a chef. Is the dairy worker making the batter? That might be why we're not getting a cake. We can check and see if we can teach them to make the batter. The baker would still have to cook it. But let's check for a second. I want to check that. So we're going to go over to, let's go this way. This might be faster. We're going to come down through the university district here. We could cut through the graveyard, but I don't want to do that. We're going to take the road, and we do have an area of road here that hasn't been finished that can be worked on later. And we're going to walk down this well-used path right here into the farm country, the farm district. And we can use a gate. I think we didn't put a gate here anymore. Yeah, because we didn't want, because we thought we were going to put road here. That's right. And we didn't want them to be able to open the gate. So we're probably not going to put road there. We are putting road here. And this is the gate to get into this area. And dairy, there's, what are you doing in here? Okay, let's get a lead. Let's come here and let's get a lead from here. And let's get this little one. Hi, you. Hi. I just took a picture of that face. Let's pull them out. There we go. And there they are. And let's close this gate. And now I have to open it again and close it. And this is where the dairy farmer is. And let's go to teach recipes, crafting recipes. And let's teach cake. And let's see if she is the one who's supposed to be doing it. No, I can't change that. Hold on a second. I don't want to do buckets of milk. So let's do teach recipe again. And let's see if I can get one that changes. Let's do this. Milk bottle. It doesn't say large milk. That's the problem. I don't think we have a choice here. If we don't have a choice, which would I rather have? These small ones? Or the bucket? Let's go back to here. Or just a bucket. Sure enough, this is why we haven't gotten any, because she's supposed to be doing it. Now she's going to ask for buckets, just to make cake, to collect milk in buckets. She's collecting milk in bottles. I don't know how that's going to work. Can she transfer milk into, let me see if she can transfer milk into bottles. We have a problem, Houston. Teach recipe. Let's teach milk. Let's see the milk bucket. To fill a bucket makes 4. Jeez. And let's see this. And a bucket makes 4 of those. And let's see what these do. Okay, so Houston, we have a problem here. Let's see if we can even get her to do anything that has to do with milk. Are we getting milk from goats? It sure says so. Ooh. Ooh, nice. We can have goat milk. So I don't know. I'll have to check and see. Because we don't have any way of making that. So we'll see if she makes it, even though it doesn't show in the JEI. She might still be able to do it, and that's what we'll have to wait and find out. All right, let's go back to the university. So we're on there's the cathedral ahead of us right here. And then we're going to take, I have too many of these. I don't need to hold two. And then we're going to, so I'm holding this. We're going to take the road over here and go back to the university. Here we are, and yeah, the air conditioner came on, so it is a little chilly. I do have that closed though. So all of that had to do with getting a cake, which we haven't gotten any yet. So we'll check later and see how that works. So we're still in civilian, and that had to do with that. We don't want people climbing vines, so we're not going to research it. We don't want people working late hours, so we're not going to research that. We are trying to get a circus, and we are doing the education as opposed to hormones, so we're not doing these. And you can do one or the other, and so we have chosen education, and we are up to the level that we can go until we get a library level 3, a university level 4. So we're not going to be able to go any farther, even though we're making a school level 4. That'll help a little bit, but we won't be able to increase their education until we get to university level 4, which we're almost there. We have to get we can start when all the housing is level 3, and I think it is. And so we haven't done anything with I forgot we need someone to run the graveyard, and so an undertaker, and so we'll look at an undertaker. And then one of the first things we'll need is a gassed tier for the undertaker. The flesh I think we got from but I think we're holding on to it because we didn't want anything to happen to it. So let's look here. We have 56, so we don't have quite enough yet. From Madeline, who is collecting it from fishing. So she's collecting, when she fishes, she finds dead bodies, and she's collecting them. Let's see. I know, in the volcano pool. I know, it's very weird. But skeletons live underground, so the only thing that we can assume is that the zombies go into the pool and somehow they don't turn into drowned, and so that's what happens. That's why she's collecting them. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right. So yes, an undertaker. We'll look at that. And we need a gassed tier, and I don't think we have one of those yet. All of these things have to come from the nether, and we do have Kalos. It's either Kylo, that's his name. Kylo is our nether ambassador, and he is waiting he's making arrangements, but we're getting this stuff at the moment. We're importing it because he has to wait for the entire nether mine to be uncovered, and it hasn't been uncovered yet. I don't send nether I don't send ambassadors into the nether before level 5. It's a waste of time and money and energy and people because they don't have the energy, they don't have enough to survive doing that. So level 5 is when I start doing that. Other than that, I'm importing, or the nation of Taana is supplying. So I'm not going to send Kylo to his death, or Cairo to his death, for a few pieces of things that we need. And let's come here. We have, because we have the shopping as a part of trade posts, the things that he gets later that isn't used could go into the shop, or could be recycled, or all sorts of things could be done. So I'm not really worried about that. All right, let's go back and look. So that's civilian, and we went all the way down to the bottom. Ambition, they learned how to swim. We do have water in the area, and so the people learned how to swim. And so remembrance, and then down here we have, oh yeah, we're doing resistance, and healing saturation. We could do this. We have enough golden apples to do that. I know that, how many do I have here? I don't have any. Let's go to Pedro for a second. Well, it would have to be morning. All right, we'll wait until morning, and we'll get golden apples for the health. That's why they're still getting sick. So let's come to here. Let's go to civilian. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. And right here we need 8 golden apples. So we'll do that. And let's go now to combat and see where we're at. So we just did this to unlock the archery. We did this to unlock the games, the Olympic Games that are at the barracks, and we unlocked the barracks, which is our sports center. And that's what we got those for. We are going down to, we needed the archery. We're going down to here. And we are trying to get to paranormics. We have someone now who can make mistletoe. We'll have to check and see how much mistletoe we have, because they can now make it. Mistletoe. And there we go. So we'll check on mistletoe, and we definitely need a 64 of that. Armor. We can do some armor. We were going to do, we would need to do improved leather first. To get armor durability, and that requires 32 leather. We have leather, so we can do that. So let's do the leather, the mistletoe right now, unless we have something in technology that we can do. Soft shoe we don't really need, so we will do it later. If when they run out of stuff that's important to do. The gilded hammer, this was one of the ones that we needed, and we have everything for it now. Let's look here. Escape. I do believe that we have everything that we need for that. We need sand, we need gravel, and we needed clay. And the reason we didn't do it was because we were doing one or the other. We ran out of room for doing this research, but this was one of the ones that we absolutely wanted to do because this reduces the recipes, the amount of materials that are needed for the crusher to get things. So we're going to do this one now. Wait, 64 clay, 64 sand, 64 gravel. What don't we have? A crusher level 3. 64 clay. The wrong kind of clay. We have the wrong kind of clay. And that's what happened. Let's go fix that. Good morning. Let's go fix the clay right now and get that research done. It needs clay block. So I'm going to cut across the cathedral lawn and come down to the warehouse, and let's hope we have some. If we don't, we'll have to request it. If we don't have enough block, we'll have to request it. So let's come here and sort, and let's come in and let's look for clay. And we do. We have plenty. So let's look for the clay, an indicator on the ground. I don't see one. So let's go upstairs and see if the clay is here. And it is. So we can take this 64 and put it here and put this one back. And we're good to go now. Uh-oh, it's raining. It is raining. Oh, everyone's gonna have off. Except I think the researchers don't have time off. I don't think they do. Let's take the shortcut here. We're gonna cut across, I beg your pardon. We are going to cut across the lawn right now, and let's go here. And we're just doing a day in the life today, where we're just showing how the city works on a regular basis, especially after there have been new arrivals, and the new arrivals made the town work differently. And so here's people coming.
Right away, mate.
There's Colt. Colt is coming up too, and Kamari are both. These are two of the farmers. So they're trying to get some farming things done. Let's look here for a second. Research. Let's go to technology. We now have what we can do for the Gilded Hammer. So we're going to do that research. Now let's go down to farms for a second and see why our farmers are here. Apparently they want some more. We've unlocked the plantation, we have crop rotation, and we are not doing these fields here. We're going to import these pieces. We're going to import things from the diving, so we're going to import sea pickles, seagrass, and kelp. We're going to import vines, cocoa, and bamboo. We're not going to grow them. We're going to import glowberries. I hope so too. Now, Green Revolution, we could do Green Revolution, but I think there's more important ones. Let's see. We don't need Podzol right away, so we're not doing that research either. Oh, so they're done. For the time being, they have everything except Green Revolution. And we could go ahead and get the 32 compost for that, but we have some other things that need to be researched first, and I think I want to do those researches. So, and that is the mistletoe, and it's going okay. Thank you for asking, Aiden. And the leather. Let's do the mistletoe and the leather first, since we don't. And diamonds. Oh, wait. Look what we've got here. Professional assistant, we'll work on that later. With 8 diamonds, we could do that. And then we have 3 things. And golden apple. 8 diamonds. Diamonds, mistletoe, and apples. I think that's what we're going to do. So let's go down and let's look at Pedro and see if Pedro can supply us. Are you leaving? Okay. It's not lightning, don't worry. We also moved, Mallory had been living in the university apartment, but at level 3, she gained a door at the top of that tower, and she started jumping off the roof to go home. So we moved her in with Pedro, or with Cairo. Let's see if we moved her with Cairo, and we moved Pedro in. Yes, we moved her in with Cairo, and we moved Pedro to the dorm, because he's not going to go up on the roof in order to get home. He'll just walk out the door. We were headed for the warehouse again. So we're just going to the warehouse because our couriers right now, because it's raining, aren't available to us. And we might as well go ahead and do that, and that way we can get the research done. Because we're already over an hour in. And so let's sort, and let's begin with golden apples. I know I needed Pedro. We have golden carrots. Let's go to mistletoe as TLE. And we only have 33 and we need 64, so we can't do that. Let's go to diamonds. And we have plenty of diamonds right now, so we're going to do that. Wait, I didn't get an indicator. Where's the indicator? I was going to go downstairs, but there's no indicator. I have to go up. And sure enough, there's our indicator for diamonds, and we need 8. So we're taking that one. And that gives us 8 diamonds. The golden apples we might be able to get from Pedro, which is why, what time of day is it? Oh shoot, I'm gonna miss him. Oh no, I don't think I can get there fast enough. I'm gonna try rushing over to Pedro right quick. We'll shortcut across. Wait, what time is it? Oh, it's too late. It's 7. He's gone already. Okay. So let's look for one of the other things that we needed was leather. Just in case. Since we can't do the mistletoe, we can definitely do the leather part. And we needed for leather 32. And the leather is here somewhere. Oh wait, it must be back here. There it is. Because I did see the indicator. So we need 32, which is half. We'll just take that, put those together. And look, we have shoes. Ooh, let's gather these shoes and sell them. Now these, Madeline gets these, and then Marissa does the repair. She's the Fletcher. So when she repairs them, she puts together boots that need putting together. This is going to be wasteful. Hold on for a second. Let's do this one and this one. And sure enough, that's a good match. And then with these, kind of wasting them, but we will get 3 pairs of boots out of this. So the damage that was done to the boots was enough that we could only get 3 pairs. We can look and see if there are other boots. I hope not, because I just did those. Nope, boots are gone for now. And did I get the leather? I did. Okay. Now we have a thunderstorm, and now we are going to go to bed. Wow. That was pretty intense. Let's hope we don't get struck by lightning here. Run. Boy, that lightning was close. Did you hear that crash and thunder at the same time? Yow. There's a second crash. Hold on. So we're going to go to sleep. Shoot, and I don't have a map. Normally, if I had a map, I could look and see if something got struck. We don't have them on everything. The highest we can go, I think, is her tower. Let's go up to Mallory's tower for a second. We can see Mallory going to work. And we're just going to follow her up to her tower so that we can go outside up here and go out this door and look around and make sure that nothing is on fire. See, we can come all the way up on the roof, which is what she was doing. She was coming all the way up on the roof. I don't see any dangerous thing. I don't see anything burning. That fire that you see up there is the witches. At the top of the hill, you can see smoke rising up. We can't see the building, but that is definitely the witches. If I come over here, I might be able to see it from here. Yeah, and it's fine. It's not on fire. So I think we're safe. I think everybody is okay. I don't think anybody got damaged. Now, I certainly can't jump off of here. And I'm going to come down. I'm amazed that she was able to jump off safely. She must have been using some part of magic to keep from killing herself jumping off of there. And this goes out to, a little private deck of her own. Look at that. Look at that, yeah. Oh, it's right off of, it's off of the church. Nice. All right, so Pedro, now that we're here, let's go to Pedro and let's get
I'll take it.
Hi. And let's see how many you have. He only has 5 left. There. And does he have any? So he has used them. He had some. We borrowed some from him, but he has used the rest of them. Wow. Okay. Wow. All right, so we are going to have to get some golden apples. We're going to have to request them. I'm going to request them right now. And then we'll have to make sure that we have apples. If we see them selling finding rare golden apples in the rare find, nope, they're not there. So we're going to request the making of golden apples.
What's its name?
Let's request 12. We need 8, and we can give the other 4 to, and there we go. So the chef is going to get them. And, all right.
What's its name?
Here's one thing. Okay, so now that we've done that, I just wanted to do it so that I didn't forget it. Let's go back to the university, and we've got some things that we can research, but we're going to look at economy and see if there's something there that we can research. I think we're stuck on research. I think the things that we could research have all been researched without getting a resort, which we can't get yet, and an outpost, which we can't get yet. Oh my goodness. So yeah, economy. We could do new deals, but I need the other things more than I need that. We could do increase the number of rare finds. That would be interesting. We only need a gold coin for that, but I need the other things first. Criers, we could do that to increase the chance of visitors shopping. Right now we don't have enough to sell visitors, so I don't think we're going to worry about that so much. Arcane disassembly, that does enchanting items. She's not getting enchanting items yet, so we don't have to worry about that. And up here, those are all rare finds. Bottomless inventory. Purchase as many as you like, and I'm not worried about that right now. I've got other things, more important things. And we can't do vacations, and we can't do... We have the train station, so we could do the pawn shop. Increase marketplace rare find tier by 1. That might be interesting. We need a compass and an empty map. And 4 coins. Let's do that next time. We'll wait next time and do that. So let's go to technology. And we now have stuff on us that we can work on. The gilded hammer is being worked on. It has an hour and 45 minutes left. How many researches? So we can only do 2. And we don't have the apples. We do have diamonds. So let's do the tools. This is very important. So we'll get the tools to be stronger. And that's one that we can do. And then we have the leather. We don't have the mistletoe. So we have the leather. So we can do the leather right now. And that'll be all 3. So let's go to combat. And let's come up here and let's do improved leather. And improved leather is getting us towards having better clothing. We're going to call it better clothing. So guard armor durability for leather, and then we can get into them wearing iron skin, and then this is iron ingot for the length of time in doing that. We also want telescope. We like having telescope because we have telescopes in the university. This university is the first one that doesn't have a telescope. And that, but we could have them use a small telescope. We could have them use that kind of telescope. So we are going to research it. And that's how I look at that telescoping thing. I know that's not what it's for, but that's what I'm using it for. Plate armor. Now this allows them to make plate armor, but we have to get through these increases in durability before we can get to plate armor. And and I think that's it that we need from there. So that's what we're looking at. And of course, paranormics. We need paranormics right here. And so we can now research it as soon as we get 64 mistletoe, and we only have 30 some. Bless you again. Goodness sakes, I need those golden apples. Okay, so right now we have 3 of 3. And thank you, everybody. I'm going to go up here. They're not home. And we're going to use their apartment to change back into a full mermaid. So get my tail back. And there we are. So we don't have lakes anymore, which is why we fly a lot.
Hi there.
Hi.
Well, it's filling, but I'd love some cake.
Oh yeah, I know. I'd love for you to have some cake too. So these are students all in here. And now that we've done the research, we can begin to look at, and this is the other school, this is a lecture hall right here. It looks like they're going to learn yoga here. That's what it looks like. Let's come here and let's go down. At the end of the day is here. Who's this? I love that they love coming to this fountain. This is Wade.
Day.
Hi, Wade. How are you?
Tis
You're
a
not
fine
working on
morning.
anything? What are you doing? Let's find out what Wade is working on. He might just be taking some time off. I just want to make sure that he's still... Wait, I know how to find out. Let's look here and see what it says. Josiah completed the dining hall. Yay. And I think that is the end of that dining hall, and I think he had completed the chef's kitchen. Oh, so we're going to have to open that dining hall, and it's not showing Wade, so Wade is waiting for something. Hi. Hello. Wade is waiting for something. Let's see what he's waiting for. He's not waiting for anything. He has nothing to do. So we know what that means. That means that this is a level 2 down here, and we need a level 3. Now when we get the level 3, it's going to be stone. I always love the look of the wood, the spruce for these buildings. So I might bring this back to the spruce level, to the spruce when he gets done. But right now we're going to have Wade work on this because he doesn't have anything to do. Upgrade the building. I'm going to look at the housing for a minute. This is a level 3. Whoa, did you see what I just did? Whoa, that's dangerous. So hold on a second. I just put that down. I have to be really careful. Okay, this is a level 3. If there's no beds downstairs, they're level 3s. Let's make sure all of these are level 3s. This is, I think McKenna did some of this work for Wade. That's definitely level 3. It has a basement and 3 people live there. And this one, this is a level 3. So all these houses are now level 3s. I know 3 people live here. I can see it. So all of these houses are level 3s. Let's go through. People standing in the dark. Those are visitors right here. Myra is a visitor. She has on golden slippers. And we're going to walk out here. Now we know 3 people live in the Mason house because because 3 people moved in to the Mason house. Not yet? Who's supposed to be here? Hold on for a second. Someone's in school. Let's come to the people and see who's missing. Boone and Ellie and Maximiliano. And Maximiliano, we didn't know what he was going to do yet. Is there anything in the area for him to do? We can have him go to school. Boone and Ellie aren't working. So let's bring Maximiliano. Let's bring Max over to the town hall extension of the university, the library at the town hall, for him to do research there. So let's manage housing. We're going to have Boone and Ellie come back. And Brooke has given up the Mason house. She's gone back to live with Cash. She and Cash were seeing each other, and then she got this house, and she liked the house, and so she chose it over Cash. And Cash, it's too far away for Cash, and so she's making the sacrifice now. See, Cash would be 71 away. She's closer than Cash is when she lives with Cash. She's closer to her job than Cash would be living with her here. And so that's how Boone and Ellie, who work downstairs, got this place. And I can't find them yet. Oh, they're at the bottom because they're not working. Let's have Ellie be here too. And then we'll move Maximiliano here. And let's see if I can find him. Kind of. He's one of the M's. There he is. And sign him here as well. All right. So now let's go downstairs. We don't need to. We can hold that, but we don't need it to be in your eye. And let's get Boone back to work. And Boone can go back to work here. Maximiliano is at university, and he can live with his parents, and so this works out perfectly for them. Let's go across here. This is where Maximiliano is going to be. He's going to be continuing his education here under the tutelage of Tatiana. And so let's come here and let's get him to be here. And there we go. So that's the most people we can have here, as a matter of fact, is 4. This is only a level 2? Wade? I think there's something for you to do. Let's do build options. Let's have Wade upgrade this building. When he gets done with the guard tower, he'll work on this. I think McKenna is still working on the school, and I don't know what's holding her up, but we'll come up here and look and see what's missing. Everything. Okay. So she's the one who needs a ton of stuff. Gray concrete. Oh my gosh, this is going to be Cade's first thing. I have the hiccups. Hold on a second. And look at all this stuff. Wait a second, McKenna. Let's put up... This is McKenna. We need to go back and check on the other things that McKenna needs. You hear the music coming from the tavern in the town hall, which is not a level 3 yet. So when McKenna's done, she'll bring this up to a level 3. Sounds pretty. All right, so we realized a couple things. So they moved. So Boone is there. Ellie is back to work. Boone is back to work. Maximiliano, Max, is at this university building, and we'll continue. We interrupted ourselves doing something. Let's see if we got the apples. We did not yet. So they're still working on that. And we'll leave them to work on the apples for right now. Does Jasmine know how to make them? Of course she does. Let's go down and look. It takes a chef to make them. And Jasmine's right here. And teach recipe crafting is the very first thing on the list, is golden apples. And now that almost looked like there might not be enough gold if they're asking to change nuggets back into gold ingot. I think that... Who is that? Is that Is that the blacksmith or is that the mechanic? Let's see in a minute. Let's come over here. The sun's coming up. Oh, pretty sky. Look at that. That's beautiful. Let's come here and look at peach. Let's look at gold for a second. And the ingot right here. And who makes this? Is it a mechanic? They make it out of block. A sifter can find it. A smelter makes it out of ore. And the blacksmith can take 9 and make it. Okay, so he already has the recipe for it. Let's go to the warehouse and see how much gold there is. Remember that they were selling gold stuff. You know something? Let's stop them from selling gold pieces, because I think that what happened is that Lucas, the blacksmith, made a ton of gold armor and for them to sell, and we're going to take it off of the list for a moment and do it like that. Ready? So let's come to the sellables, and we're going to pause. We're going to take these off the list. Now, if they want to make leather stuff, that's fine. We have enough animals at this moment to do that. And he sold all the shoes that we gave him. We did give him shoes, right? Or do we still have them on us? We sure do. Let's have him sell these shoes. We'll do that. Now the saplings, we might be able to sell those. The maple ones I made, so I can't sell them. But if they can sell saplings, if we have a ton of them, that might be a good thing. We interrupted ourselves trying to find out something. Oh yes, we didn't want them to sell any more gold because I think it's reducing our gold too much. Because Lucas loves making gold armor. He was making it and they were selling it, and so let's see how much gold we actually have. Let's sort and let's look, and gold, and we don't have any. We have 3. We have 30 deep slate, and we've had it for a while without him doing anything with it. So I'm going to look for the deep slate gold and see what's going on there. I'm going to take it to him. For some reason it's not getting delivered, and we have 30, and that would be enough. So we have deep slate iron, deep slate gold, deep slate redstone. I'm actually going to take these. We could take the coal. I'm going to take these to Keyshore and see if they're just not getting around to it. So close the door that we opened. Oh, and we didn't have to go that way. But we're right here already, so we'll just come to this. We could have gone out that door over there. We'll get into the habit eventually of doing that. So let's put these here. So we're going to put this here and this. And let's see. And I think he just took a couple of them. He took one of them. And he's going to do them now. Excellent. Is he doing the... So look, he's doing that, but he's not doing these. See, he's doing those. Well, we'll check back and see if he does the other. And that's where gold needs to come from. If he doesn't do it in time, we'll have to do something else in regards to that. All right, so now we have to do something about McKenna. McKenna needs a couple things that we haven't looked at yet. One of them is, we did do the gray, we did do the glass, the loom. Ooh, now this, I don't think that she knows how to make a loom yet. If Juliana doesn't know how to make a loom yet, we're gonna have Kingston make it. So let's come here and let's look for a loom. There's a brickyard.
That was some good lunch today.
Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. There's a cartography table. Look at that. Dun, 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 dun. So we're going to have Kingston make the loom. And so we're going to we're going to cut across the cathedral lawn to the stair that is here. Actually, let's cut all the way down. Let's cut over to this walkway, because then we can cut. Look how easy that was. So we're going down to the new carpentry shop at the Coconino River to teach the loom to Kingston. So let's teach that. Crafting, teach recipe, let's teach a loom. And there it is, and does it need wood? It most certainly does. And so we'll get a teaching piece of oak so that we can teach this recipe. Crafting, teach, the loom, but we want it made out of oak, not out of special wood. Oh, wrong one. Let's do that again. There's the correct string, and then let's do that. We had the wrong kind of string. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a mechanic. Oh my gosh, I thought because it was wood, I should have known it was mechanic. Let's see if there's any other wood things here that can be made. A birch door and a birch trap door. Let me see if they're on the list, because if they're not on the list here, that means that Marcos already knows how to make them. Hold on a second. So Marcos already knows how to make those pieces, the birch door and the like. And that does that. This is her asking for saplings. This is Harper asking for saplings. But she's not going to get them right now. So Marcos should be making those other pieces. And we just need the mechanic to make the loom, and we need the banners to be made and the red carpet. So let's go and check on those pieces. Let's not go out that way. It's kind of weird. And these are meant for wood to be brought in on that side. We don't need wood brought in on this side. Yes, we do. So these will have to go away ultimately. But for now, I'm leaving that there so she doesn't use that as an exit. Harper, when she's trying to get home. Or Kingston. I don't want either of them using it. Let's cut across to go to the mechanic. So we're going to come through here. This is pretty easy. We're going to take this path through, and then we're going to cut across the lawn right here. Let's run. And then we're going to come over to the warehouse and go down the warehouse road, this main road right here, to get to the mechanic. So we're going past Sean, the recycler. He's one of our 2 environmentalists. And there she is. It's Vienna, one of our couriers. And let's come here to crafting. And the fact that it's on the list means that he doesn't have the recipe. Teach recipe. Teach the loom. So let's get the string first. There we go. And change the wood. Unable to store recipe? Hold on, hold on. What do you mean by that? 32 of 60. Teach recipe. Oh, it's the Fletcher. What's wrong with me? It's the Fletcher. Oh my gosh. I saw that chest and I just automatically thought it was the mechanic, and it's not. It's Marissa. And of course it would be Marissa. She's the Fletcher. Of course it would be her. Let's come here. She should know how to make that already. She's making thatch. She's making these pieces here. Let's teach the loom. Finally, we'll teach it to her. Dun, 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 dun. Yay! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was just wild. How many people did we ask? Okay, and then banners. A red banner, a white banner. Let's come here and let's do banners. So she knows how to make the colony banner, which you have to have a white banner for. So she knows how to make the white banner. And she knows how to make a red banner. So she knows how to make those. Do we not have enough wool? We have to have enough wool. She's making carpet. Let's come here. Let me think about something. Let's look at the cutter for a second. And nothing there. So that's why these things weren't on the list, because she already knows how to make them. So why aren't they getting made? Alright, so when that starts to happen, let's do this. Mine colonies. Space, colony. Space, request system, reset all. Now this might stop the research from being done. We'll have to check and see. I don't think so. I hope not. Okay. So now they'll have to ask for the things again that they need. In the meantime, let's put away the research wood, the plank that we use for research. Let's put away McKenna's piece for right there, because like we said, if there was something that she needed, it should be here. If there was no recipe for it. There are recipes for all the rest. Raw noodles? There should be a recipe for raw noodles. Let's go to Jasmine for a second and see if somehow we skipped over raw noodles. We couldn't have, because she's making pasta, but what if she hasn't made any? What if she hasn't made any? Let's look at raw noodles. Teach recipe, crafting. She's making ravioli. We have pasta, which is made with raw noodles, and she doesn't know how to make raw noodles. What? And there it is. Unbelievable. All right, well, that will help a lot. No wonder. No wonder there was no pasta. Okay, let's look at some of the other things on this list for a second. Cooked pork chops, yes. For now, we're letting them cook the pork chops. The only other recipe is a lower level. Although pork chops is actually lower than... let's look at something here. Let's look at the... No, let's go to here, to Minecolonies food. I think there's another one that shows Minecolonies food. Those aren't moving. This is Minecolonies food. And what are we looking for? We're looking for... I'm glad, thank you, JEI, for separating these. There, we're looking for these. Oh, nope, that's not. I just need the how it's spelled. Nope. Kebab, K-E-B-A-B. So let's come here and go K-E-B-A-B. Wait. K-E, wait. K-E-B-A-B. Okay. Okay, so that's why we're not making them. They need nether peppers, and we don't have those yet. We can order some, because that's a lower level. And those are made in the desert, the peppers, so they don't have to come from the nether. We've thought that they've had to, but they don't. They come from a desert. So let's do nether peppers. And why do we want to do nether peppers over cooked pork chops? Because this has a higher food value. Let's get escape. That has a higher food value than a plain pork chop does, and that's why we want to do that. All right. So fascinating. All right. So now we know why we're doing that. Notice that that's off the list now. Chicken soup requires chicken. Tortillas require cornmeal. And veggie requires beets for veggie ravioli. And we should have enough beets for that. But the fact that she's asking for beets and not getting them, let me check one thing right quick. We need to make sure that beets is not on the perpetual stew, or is on the perpetual stew menu here. And it isn't. So we're going to add beets. Other than that, she's taking all the beets and using them. So we have to do that. So now she won't take beets until it's over the protected stacks. So you can have 5 stacks of beets in the warehouse, and then she'll start taking them away. So you know how in Arnaraluk, if you remember, in our previous city, Arnaraluk, we had like 24 stacks of beets. So we won't have that here because of the perpetual stew, which is wonderful. And I like the idea of that. But you do have to protect the vegetables so that they don't use all of them. And so we just did that. And now we're going to have to check and see if there are any beets, because I don't think we're growing any. So let's come back here and look and see if there are any. We might need some more farms. We're supposed to have 3 more fields, and we'll check and look and see right now what they're growing. So Kamari is growing onions, corn, and potatoes. And Nikolai is growing garlic, wheat for animals, and tomatoes. And then Ismail is growing durum wheat, tea. He's growing durum wheat, tea, and squash. Is he growing squash? Well, wait. Why am I asking when I can just look here? Durum wheat. He is growing squash and he's growing tea. Let's have the tea be changed to, no, let's order beets. We're going to request beets to be brought in until we get an extra farmer. So we're going to have beets also that we need. So we have that on the list. We're going to have that. Oh, shoot. Yeah, the light's out, which means we were supposed to drink something. Whoa. Wow. Let's come here for a second, bring this down. Hello. Hello, everyone. And we'll look at what we're doing. Well, we'll order beets to come in for them to use. And down here, this is going to stay level 2, this housing. We'll see how it affects the people. It shouldn't, but we'll see what happens with that. I would love it if that enabled us to have lower level housing that's really pretty, because the food system, and have a more variety of foods, with housing being at different levels, because the housing is beautiful at all different levels. And I would like to see that if their jobs are at a level, and I'm going to ask about that. I'm going to ask about that. This is a level 3 farmhouse here, and all the farmhouses are up to level 3 because we needed to be able to put people in all these houses. So they're all up to level 3. So we're just going to look at some things. This is what Josiah was working on. Let's come in and look at this, because I think he's buried the kitchen again. Yes, he has. So we're going to come here and we're going to remove these parts right here, especially that. So these are supposed to be ovens. We don't need the ovens in the dining hall, so we're not going to have them. And there's our stairs down, and we don't need that one. And we can come down like this. So, hi. Who's this who's come down? Hi, Josie. How are you? What are you looking for on that top shelf? Okay. So let's look and see who we have. So Maisie is our builder. Violetta could do the dining hall. And look at Alec. Wait, look at Alec. Alec could do that. He's a 26. He's ready, and he's perfect for this position. Now the question is, where do we need a chef more? Do we need a chef more here? Or do we need a chef more in, let me get some more stairs here. So let's put a stair there, a stair here. Let's put the wood here, and now this is fine. Let's go back here and see if we have someone to run the dining hall. Maisie's our builder. Violetta could run it. Alec could definitely run it. Maximilio has the numbers are even. I look for even numbers if we don't have somebody with the real capability of doing it. Maximilio it would be an interesting thing for him to do, to come back here and live and do that. He is at 21. We can't get them up to 30 because the university is not a level 5. And so I think that the max they can go up to is 20, is like 26 or something like that. So they can come back and go to school later. These are people who are getting book learning. So the intelligence score is not brain function. The intelligence score is their back, is their degree, is them having a degree at the university. And the degree is normally at 30. So they're not finishing college. They're not finishing university right now. And Tatiana and Carter came in, and they are the professors, and that's why they're up so high. And Wade has finished the guard tower, which means he's going to work on the library next. So if we brought Maximiliano back here, Maximiliano back here to learn this, would we be keeping him from doing something else? Let's wait. Let's look for Alec, because I don't think Alec has anything assigned to him as a possibility yet. Let's look at Alec and see what it says for him. It says possible courier, but he's so strong he's really strong for this job. Possible courier. So we're going to put possible chef first, and then put courier after that. So he's much better suited to be a chef, and we're going to wait until we see. We've got the kitchen opened again, and that's good. You saw Josie checking on the kitchen. She was like, the kitchen's not open. Yes, I just opened it. Let's go to the undertaker. We need an undertaker. We need a new tree farmer, which we're going to pass the tree farm. Let's come up here and go to the tree farm first and see if we have anybody to take this position right here. Harper is on the other side of town in the other tree farm. And so let's come here and see who we have. Maisie, of course, is the builder. Violetta could do this. What do we have Violetta assigned for? A builder, yes. No, this is what Maximiliano should do. He's much higher for this. Let's come up here and let's look at possible. So he's a student right now. Possible tree farmer or dining hall. And so that works. Tatiana is the combat nurse. Miriam is the scout. Alec could do this too, but Alec's more suited to, and we saw that Alec is more suited to be the chef. And Dariel is upside down for being a tree farmer. And Dennis is the teacher. And Cohen also could be. So who's higher, Cohen or Max? Cohen and Max are at the same level. What's Cohen doing? Let's look for Cohen. Cohen is, I don't know that Cohen's necessarily studying archery. Let me see what archery needs, and we'll figure out if he's studying it or not. Archery needs agility, adaptability, and Cohen's agility is 7. His adaptability, he is not an archer. So he's at university, he's 22. He's at university and his parents are not working or are working even though he's at university because he's the baby. He's Jessica's kid. I would almost rather that he did creativity and focus. Creativity is 9 and focus is 7. It would be better if he did a chef or a sommelier in the area near where his parents are. He could work the dining hall and they could see him on a regular basis. Creativity and knowledge, 9 and 4. So really the sommelier, which is creativity and focus. His focus is decent, 7. So he would be better, Cohen would be better as the, everyone's tucked in. Okay, Cohen would be better as, he's a student right now, and he would be better as possible sommelier. So EWMELIER. So we'll put him there, put him for that. And I think that's what it was. Yes, creativity and focus. So we'll do that. So we can have Maximiliano do this job. He'd still be within the area, see it's 66. So he could still live with his parents and run the tree farm. Which is interesting. His parents deal with stone and stuff, and he's going to deal with earth. And so we're going to check one last thing first before we assign, and I'm going to look at the undertaker. That's someone we absolutely need. Well, we kind of need. How's that? We kind of have to have one. So we're going to come down here and see who we can have for this job. So Alec, again, Alec is good for this job. And let's look. We have courier. I would rather, let's see, his agility, adaptability. His adaptability and agility is higher than anything else. So even though we need the chef, he really should be a courier. He's wasted not being a courier. And Alec is whose kid? Malachi. And that would make him a runner anyway. And he would see his parents because he would be running. And let's do that. So we're going to make him the courier. We'll come back and put him as courier. Yeah, he could do the chef. He likes cooking, but he's definitely wants to be a runner. He'd be bored. If he was going to be sommelier, maybe. But for the sommelier, he would need creativity and focus, and it's not as high. So I want to use them to their fullest potential. This is how we figure out what they love doing most. So yeah, he can cook. He knows how to cook. He's a good cook. but he is not going to be that. And if Alec is going to be, is there going to be any place for him to live in the area? We'll have to check on that, but he is going to be a courier. And we're still looking at the graveyard. Dennis, no. Cohen has higher stuff that he can use. And we already saw that. And he'd be better off as a sommelier. Cohen would be. And Dar now Dar could actually be, this is in his wheelhouse, knowledge and focus. Wait, didn't we just see that knowledge and focus is sommelier? No, creativity. Knowledge and focus. Hold on. Let's see what knowledge and focus is. Knowledge and focus is a station master. Okay. We have a station master. We have, am I going to remember his name? Probably not. I know I've gotten to that point. But I have so many cities. That's really the reason why. Is the number of cities that I have and overlapping. Wait, I don't have to look at it this way. I should have it here as who is doing it. It's probably much easier to look on my list than it is on theirs. It's not that far up. It's definitely after Kamari and Sutton. Brickyard. There he is, Thatcher. It's Thatcher. Let's look at Thatcher for a second. So let's do yes. And let's go to Thatcher and see. Wait, yes. Let's go to Thatcher for a second. So those are P's. Nope. No T's that time. There's, let's look for T names. No T names that time. Let's look for T names again. T names again. No T names. There he is. So he's actually really good for this. Thatcher is better. And the reason he's better is he has the athletics. We're looking at the graveyard. He has the athletics. Let's look at the station master for a minute on this list. Knowledge and focus. So his knowledge is 16 and his focus is 12. So we'll leave him where he is. And we can have... So we don't have anyone to do that yet. We were saying we could have Maximilio do it. We could... Let's put this down for a second. We could have Max do it. The tree farmer position. Let's see which is the highest of his. So his highest is athletics is the highest one, and athletics is cows and smelters. So he has the ability of his parents, of his dad. He has athletics. like his dad, but I don't need another one. So he can be the tree farmer, and we're going to have him be the tree farmer. He can be closer to his parents if he is that right now, and that's going to work out for him. So we don't have an undertaker right now out of all the people. And I want Alec to be happy with his job, so he is going to be a courier. So let's set these up. So both of those are on the other side of town. It is daytime, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Let's come up the stairs and go out through the cathedral. We can look at the rare finds and see if there are any golden apples there. So we're going to come across the lawn, down the stairs, and look at the rare finds for a moment. And look at that, 4 for 1,200. Now that's what it was for. I get it. See, if we had done the research, we would be able to buy 8. But we can only buy 4 right now. We're going to buy these 4. And I'm going to check and see if I have enough for 8. Getting some from Pedro. Now this is dangerous because if Pedro has people who are sick, he needs to have at least 1 or 2. So let's see how many Pedro has. I think he only had 5, right? Ah, and look at this already.
Wow.
And so let's come here and see what he has in his inventory. He still has the 5. So we're going to take these right here and take them away and give them and use them for research so that people stop getting as sick as they're getting. That looks like measles or something. Look at, that's like measles or smallpox or one of those. That's one of the bad ones, but she's using 3 different things. So let's come up here. I'm going to hold on to it. I don't think I can do the research yet. Let's see if research, oh, improved leather is done. Yay, so we can do the research. Okay, so it's early in the morning. They just went to work, so they're not upstairs. So who lives here? Hayden lives here by himself right now. And so we're going to use his apartment to change into a Little Mermaid, and that will allow me to go down and get this research started. Yay! So let's come to research civilians. How are we doing, by the way? Hold on for the time. There we are. Okay, so let's come to research civilians. Not there. Oh, it's down here, all the way down at the bottom. It's stamina, and it says healing saturation minimum is negative. I don't know, that reads weirdly, but this should make them more resilient, and so we are now going to have that. Why do I have this? I touched something. I have 2 things. Okay, and thank you, Hayden, and thank you to everybody in here. They're all working. You're behind that. Then it should not trap there, are you? I don't think so. I think you can jump over it. Just looking at books on the other side of that shelf. All right, so the first people that we want to do is Max and we should have changed. Let's go into the town hall since we're already down. We'll go into the town hall and change. Here's Cash. Cash isn't working on anything. Let's find out why. And what we need is to change back into a full mermaid. And there we are. So now we can swim through the air if we need. Wow, Wade, yay! So Wade just brought the library up to a level 3 right here. So this is now a level 3 library here. I don't know why there is a bookcase across this doorway, but there is. Wow, look at this. We've got lots of work going on. That is Max putting up torches, and Wade is looking at his work, and everyone else is working. And so there we have it. So let's take 2 seconds and let's run back here. I'm going to run over the hill, not taking the road. I'm going to run back to that guard tower and get him to do the level 3, I think. This is the level 3, isn't it? Oh, so this is done. Let's put this light back here. This is done. Ah, yeah, so now he's supposed to start on this. We don't have all the materials yet, but what we'll do is we'll have him start requesting the materials. And that way the warehouse manager can order the materials that he needs. Let's put these away, and that will help a lot. Then let's do that again. Let's come down here, and we're going to get some people to work. So we know that Max can commute from the tree farm to his parents' house, and we're going to let him do that. It is kind of long. If he complains about it, we'll move him someplace else, but for right now, we're going to have him be here. And yes, indeed. So he has creativity, he has mana, but his focus is 7. He has druid abilities. His creativity is 8. And when we look at creativity stuff, just before we plop him into this job, when we look at creativity and focus, creativity and knowledge, and creativity and dexterity. Yeah, see, they're all out of line. So we're going to hire him here. So he has to come 66 blocks to work here. But we'll see if he complains. It does cut into their day when they have to make these long commutes. So we would prefer them not to make them. But there he is, and he is all set and ready. And we have some pieces here that he can get already. Minimum stock, shears and axes. And let's see what's actually in the inventory here. Nothing. But he does have axe and he does have shears, so he can start working. Now let's go to the courier, and this is Alec, and Alec's going to be here, and Malachi and Jessica live on the other side of town. Alec's in the dorm right now, so let's bring Alec in to work. This is a level 4. Cade is here, and that's a level 4, and Jalapari is here. And right here, this is a level 4, and Zoe is here. And this is a level 3, and Remington is here. We're going to have Cash bring this up to a level 4. So there's one. And Remington's there. Right here, Vienna is here, and this is only a level 2. We'll have Cash bring this up to the level 3 and then the level 4. And that's all up here. So that means that the kid is going to be, Alec is going to be down here. Let's see who we have. This is a level 4 and no one's here. And this is a level 2. Let's bring Vienna. Let's bring one of the ones who's at a level 4 up here. That high level, let's bring them, or I should say that low level, let's bring them down. So Remington's at 3 and Vienna's at 2. So let's come here and let's cancel her. Let's put Alec here. Here's the water. And we're gonna have Alec. Oh, he's upside down? Shoot, after all that, he's upside down? How did I not see that? "17 agility." Hold on a second. Grrr. 17 agility. Let's look at agility, courier, and an archer. No, 17 adaptability. That's how I keep doing it. The adaptability is first. What can we do to raise that? Can Alec be at his parents'? Can Alec go back to his parents and raise the agility? Yes, he can. All right, we're gonna have Alec study. Nobody's gonna be here. We're gonna move Vienna down. We could move Remington. So let's do this. Let's have Vienna be here. Remington came in before Vienna. Vienna's the last one. So we can have Remington move into the one down here. That's a level 4. So we'll have Remington be here. And let me see if they need new keys, because I moved them. They shouldn't, but yes, they do. Look at that. So let's come here and let's give them a new set of keys to Remington and to Vienna. And there we go. And yeah, this is not alphabetical, but I know Vienna was the last one to come in. I could be wrong. Well, I've made a terrible mess if I am wrong. Let's now have Alec transfer to... Do you think he's already there? Now that would be interesting if I'd already figured this out. I don't think so. I'm gonna cough. I might have thought something about it, and then when the kid came, his stepbrother came. Sure enough. Let's have Alec be here. So we're going to get Alec to be here so that his training will bring up his agility. And when it brings up his agility, he'll actually be an archer. And because those will be his 2 highest things. So Malachi and Jessica raised Alec, and they also raised their kid, who is Cohen, But Cohen is not leaning towards being. See his adaptability? He doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to be an archer. He's not sports minded. He likes cooking. And so he's going to be a stumelier probably when the time comes. That's the highest ones that he has, although he does have strength and some things. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. He's still in school. He's still going to be there. His parents are nearby, and he's studying up there. And now his brother, his half-brother, is here. Stepbrother? That's a good question. And so we're leaving this for now. This is level 3, the whole piece. And we're good. And let's look at... It does. This is all I have to do. There's no fighting. So all I have to do is make sure they're happy. And that's what I'm doing. So we now have Alec. We have Max. And we still don't have an Undertaker or those. Let's see how many places we have in school and see if we want to bring in 4 more kids. Just to get a better, just at a chance of getting some more people to work. So right now, we'll come over to this house, and this house is empty. And let's come here. This house, oh, Cohen is still here. Let's move Cohen. Can we move Cohen into the, we should. Let's move Cohen into the dorm. I hope we can. He's staying in the family home by himself. And yeah, we're definitely moving him there. So Cohen is now studying there, and this house is empty. Let's look at this house. And it's empty. Okay, and let's come over and look at this house. And I believe this was one of the first ones to be empty. Nope, there are people sleeping here. Who's this? This is Carter and Maisie and Dar. Now Carter and Maisie really need to, Carter's working, but Maisie is not. We could have her go back to work. Let's see how far away she is. She might be too far away. She is. She's going to be too far away to commute. If they go back to their house, Dar could commute to the university from their house. So we're going to manage the housing and get all of them to move back into their permanent house, which is in the cathedral. Right? Maisie and Carter live in the cathedral because Maisie is the cathedral builder. She's the main builder in the city, and she is building the cathedral. We're going to have her go back to work. And she was working on, I don't think she has anything to work on. Yeah, but we'll have her come back to work right now and get herself situated to begin working on level 4s. And so the places that we need to have be level 4s first: hospital, the dining halls, and the chefs, and the stumelier specifically, so that they will be there. So she can start bringing the hospital up to a level 4. Right here, She is a level 4 builder. Oh, we can't do it. I forgot. So, yeah, so this is what she is going to spend her time doing. Well, here we are, people. The mystic site has to be brought up to a level 4 in order to get the hospital up to a level 4. So, let's come to the mystic site and look and see all the stuff that a level 4 needs. Sea lanterns, we'll have to check and see if we have any. We'll have to import those. We do have stained green glass. We can, whether she knows how to make pain, we'll check. Pink, we'll have to get pink glass. We do have mossy stones. Purple carpet will have to be taught. And definitely sea lanterns. I think these are our first sea lanterns that we're going to see here. And of course, lots and lots and lots of stone. So we'll check on those things. And granite. Our first granite stairs. Interesting. This is going to be very curious. Okay. And the builder is going to be Maisie. Upgrade the building. So she's going to work on this. And then everything in this building can be brought up to a level 4. And then let's look at this piece right here. Because when Wade is done, we could have Wade start working on this. This is going to be very interesting because we're going to get a lot of stone. He's going to ask for a lot of stone to make walls, and we're not going to have those walls. Those walls are going to come down. And we'll collect the materials and have them be used for other sites, the materials that he's going to get. So we're having Wade build the building. He's going to work on the courtyard. So he's working on this green area here. He's going to build walls here, and when he's done building them, we'll take them down. So there's going to be a little bit of a difficult time for people getting back into this area. So we won't have kids right away until after this is done and we take the walls back down. We want the fountain to be brought up, and we definitely want that done. And so after he is done with what? I don't think he has anything else to do. I think this is it. Oh, I keep coming to this house instead of coming here. Let's look here and see. So he's working on the gatehouse. We're going to cancel. And we'll have him work on the churchyard first, and then he can work on the gatehouse when we get the nether pearl, the ender pearl, the end rods, and those pieces that we need. He can work on this first, and then we'll get him to work on the gatehouse. Hi, McKenna.
Good to see you.
She needs lime.
If you say so.
Lime stained? Did we do the lime? I think we did. But let's go and look right quick. She's asking for lime stained glass. So let's look and see. We're going to Liberty in the glass shop. And the glass shop is down here with the mechanic. Giovanni, and Liberty is right here. And let's look at teach, crafting recipes, lime glass. Ah, she can't do it. Hi, Liberty. She can't do it. That needs Santino to dye the glass. Wow, so he finished one of the warehouse courier pieces, and he's going to do another. Let's look here. Didn't we do lime? I thought we did. Yeah, we did that. That's light gray. That's gray and green. Light blue. And no, we did not. Teach recipe. Lime glass. Lime green glass. Lime stained glass. Now. And there we go. Okay, and let's look again. Let's come to here. Smooth stone is still being, and that is for, ooh, that means we might be out of cobble. Now we're getting cobble from Tana that we have possibly exhausted. We could probably get it from Seabridge. We could get cobble from Seabridge. And I think I'll check on that. Let's sort. And let's look for cobble. And we have some. Do we have enough? We'll probably order some more cobble because we don't have enough for the making of the stone that's needed. Right now we're going to take some of this stone away and give it to Tobias. It's downstairs. So we'll take three stacks of cobble and give it to Tobias. 1, 2, 3, and he can put those in his oven and make the stone that Brooke needs. So come here. I did it again. I came out that way. But we're going to cut through, which was very strange because that's actually the long way. We could have gone straight. Right there. Greetings. What you making? Nothing. Let's put that in. Let's put this in. And we'll put this in. So now he knows that we're doing that. And notice you can see that it's happening. So he's working on it. And he'll get that done. Yep. Okay. Let's see if I have another one. I do. Let's put this back in here. Okay. And so that's being worked on. And that was one of the things that she needed. So mossy cobblestone wall. Let's see if she knows how to make that. Teach mossy cobblestone wall. Let's look here. Let's teach mossy cobblestone. Cobblestone wall right here. Let's teach this. And let's look at the list. Kenya. Smooth stone slab and smooth stone. So let's teach smooth stone. So smooth stone is smelted and the slab is made by Brooke. And so now she has the recipe for that. Does he actually not have the? Yeah, of course he does. We've done tons of smooth stone stuff, so he has to. So Maisie still needs it, Wade needs it, and that's all for now. So she just made some things that were needed. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, I have something. My eye just then, sorry about that. And so let's look again. And that's it. That's what's needed. And here, Harrison's asking for armor and Wade needs some gold leggings. So we are bringing gold in. We talked about that. I think we're going to have to bring in some gold. Yay! So their tools are now stronger, and that's excellent. And Kishore needs ore and food stuffs. So we're doing okay. And look at that, this sunset. Isn't that pretty? It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous. All right. And it looks like that. People are going home because it's getting dark. And we will watch. There's something up here. Oh, there's plenty of them. We have torches in different areas. And so that will give us some of the stuff that she's asking for. The gray brick extra. She hasn't gotten the brick extra. She either hasn't asked for it yet or whatever. Everything else she's asked for and gotten. And she's gotten cobblestone extra. So we'll see in a moment about her making brick extra. And I know that we made it possible for the brick extra to be made. It has to be dyed, and we have brick extra that she can make. Let's see. No, because it has to be done with gray. She can't even really even make it at this time. So, all right. And did he get what he needed? Let's see what Riley needed. He needs request. He's not requesting anything, so he's doing okay. And we can see Harrison is down here, and he is in the mine. He's asleep. And so he's good. And Hattie and Raylan are gatehouse guards, and on their way to get food at the town hall, dining hall, they can stop in and see and check on Harrison. They can make a call to him and check and see how he's doing, so they're fine. And I think, wow, we did do some stuff today. Whoops. There we go. And it is raining. And am I getting sleepy? Did you see that just then? I think I might be, but I only have like 5 minutes left. Wow. Oh my gosh. There's only 5 minutes left? Wow. So what should we do with this 5 minutes? So we showed how the kids have affected things, and we know what Maisie is supposed to be working on. So now that everyone is done, while people start bringing the housing, getting all the housing up to level 3, which we have most of it done already, Maisie is going to start on the university building. We now have Harper and Kingston in position to deal with the wood that she's going to ask for. And so we're going to get her to build it. So this is a decision that they've made to make the building out of this beautiful wood. This is like, making a cathedral or making a Capitol building or making, and they've decided that they want this library to be made special. So build options, the builder is going to be Maisie. She's going to build the building, and we need some dirt. We need some gravel. We need some torches, a lectern, and 119 oak stairs. That's probably for the roof, and 208 oak planks. So we're going to have some more oak trees. And I didn't start her. Build options, the builder is Maisie, build the building. And there we go. Let's check on our tree farm. I am going to have to put a door there. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about the just barely going to make it. I'm talking about putting a door in the sports center so that they can reach it. Now there are oak trees sitting here that he can chop down. Now that there's a need for oak, he should chop these trees down right here. And if he doesn't, then we'll have to check on that. But I'm looking at him right now. He's coming over, and what's he going to chop down? So let's not collect any more leaves for a while. We have a fair amount of leaves, and I think I'm not going to collect them. I think somehow they interfere. Settings. So break leaves, turn that off, and turn shears off for right now. And we have replanting, and how many oak trees does he have to replant? He's got plenty to replant, and there is what he needs to do. So in the morning when he comes back, we'll make sure that he's going to work on these trees. And we'll do that. And that will help with what needs to be done. I know I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy. And I have it so that, where are you? Here you are. I have it so that he can make all of those things. There isn't anything. Yep. All the stuff is here, the birch stuff that needs to be made. He has all the recipes. And he has cough. And I think that's going to be it. I think that there isn't anything else that we can do except wait for the shipment to come in and wait for the courtyard to be built. After the courtyard is up to level 4, we can take down that wall, and we'll still have our stairs. In most cases, we'll see. We might have a problem back here. I know, it's time. I know, it is exactly 3 hours, and we might have a problem back there, but we'll see. We'll see. But for right now, That's it, everybody. This is about where we started, right in this area. And we are going to continue tomorrow or the next day. And so thank you, everyone. Thanks for being here. Enjoy your games. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. Mr. Villager was here earlier and he didn't get a chance to come back. He is very busy now. He's a young man, and so he is very busy. And we're lucky to have him watching it all, to tell you the truth. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy when he shows up. And so here we go. We've been listening to Drone Hands music. And we were listening to Drone Hands channel on Twitch this morning before we started streaming on YouTube, which was very fun. And you can find the music links in my About on YouTube. And here we go. We're going to listen to Vincentius Primus right now. Bye for now, everybody. Bye for now.